Welcome to the Tech Optimist, where innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's a mindset. I'm your host, Samantha Herrick, here to guide you through the game-changing breakthroughs that shape our world. Every week, we explore bold ideas, cutting-edge technologies, and the remarkable stories of innovators pushing the boundaries. Together, we're going to uncover how these breakthroughs and these entrepreneurs are transforming industries, communities, and even our everyday lives. So buckle up, keep your curiosity alive, and let's dive into the future, starting right now. Before we continue, let's take a short break for an ad and a few notes from our team.
Do you have a venture capital portfolio of cutting-edge startups? Without one, you could be missing out on enormous value creation and a more diversified personal portfolio. Alumni Ventures, ranked a top 20 VC firm by CB Insights, is the leading VC firm for individual investors. Believe in investing in innovation? Visit av.vc/foundation to get started.
As a reminder, the Tech Optimist podcast is for the informational purposes only. It is not personalized advice, and it is not an offer to buy or sell securities. For additional important details, please see the text description accompanying this episode. Let's talk about one of the most pressing challenges in AI and blockchain technology today: scalability, accessibility, and decentralization. Traditional AI systems are often centralized, costly, and dominated by a few powerful entities, leaving smaller players struggling to even compete. This centralization limits innovation, transparency, and inclusivity. That's where Autonomys steps in. Led by CEO Todd Ruoff, Autonomys is building a decentralized AI ecosystem, a human-centric infrastructure designed to democratize access to AI 3.0. After a successful mainnet Phase 1 launch in late of 2024, the company has amassed over 400 petabytes of pledged storage and 2,200 global nodes across 50 countries. With partnerships spanning decentralized compute, data monetization, and GPU restaking, Autonomys is redefining what's possible for developers, farmers, and ecosystem collaborators. This startup isn't just innovating, it's laying the foundation for a permissionless, open AI future. Today, we're going to explore how this cutting-edge technology and company aims to bridge blockchain innovation and AI adoption.
Autonomys Labs, we are building a novel layer 1 protocol that's been under development for about the last 4 years at this point. And it's kind of unique in a lot of ways. One of which is the consensus mechanism, which we call dilithium, is based on proofs of archival storage.
Todd Ruoff is the CEO of Autonomys Labs, the trailblazing startup that we've got spotlighted today. With a background spanning finance, operations, and technology, Todd brings a wealth of expertise to the table. Before his time with Autonomys in 2021, Todd held leadership roles at Subspace Labs and Ruane, Cunniff, and Goldfarb, where he honed his skills in asset management, compliance, and cutting-edge technology. Under his guidance, Autonomys has achieved major milestones, including launching its mainnet Phase 1, partnering with innovators in AI and blockchain, and preparing for the ambitious mainnet Phase 2 rollout. But Todd's work isn't just about technology, it's about accessibility. His vision to make AI 3.0 open, permissionless, and impactful on a global scale.
So rather than using CPUs or GPUs to reach consensus or proof of stake, or you have to put up tokens, we're using hard drive space. I've always had a very specific interest in the intersection of technology and finance. And that is what really sparked my interest in crypto, seeing those two things and this being the perfect intersection of the two. So it brought me over.
And obviously with the storage as the cutting mechanisms, it doesn't make sense. It's like CPU and GPU, right? We use essentially all the computing power. There are several Web3 and AI projects out there.
And joining us today for this insightful discussion with Todd Ruoff is Ray Wu, no stranger to this podcast. Managing partner here at Alumni Ventures, Ray brings over 20 years of venture capital expertise with a focus on AI, Web3, fintech, and SaaS. He leads not just one, but two flagship funds, the AI Fund and the Web3 Blockchain Fund here at Alumni Ventures. Ray's career spans transformative roles from managing Cisco's global M&A initiatives to leading HP's new business ventures with dual MBAs from UC Berkeley and Columbia, and a tech foundation from the University of Toronto. Ray offers unparalleled insights into the intersection of innovation and investment. Today, Ray is going to help us unpack Autonomys' groundbreaking vision, bridging decentralized AI infrastructure and investment strategy. Autonomys Labs isn't just another layer 1 blockchain. Todd highlights what makes it stand out. With almost 600 petabytes of pledge storage and over 2,000 nodes, the chain is redefining data availability and compute for the decentralized world. In this next segment, we're going to explore how their storage-first architecture enables developers to launch projects while seamlessly integrating decentralized compute and data. Plus, hear how their innovations could reshape the AI space as autonomous agents take center stage. The future of blockchain scalability starts right now. Listen in.
So the proofs are actually stored locally on people's hard drives. They contribute some space to the network, and that is what the chain uses to come to consensus. So what we end up with is a super decentralized network that thrives on storage. It actually uses disk space as fuel, and it becomes an asset to the network. Currently, we have almost 600 petabytes of network space pledged from our community. And we have over 2,000 nodes running. So it's been very successful. Aside from the fact that we believe we are going to have undoubtedly the most decentralized network, which no one else can claim, because that storage becomes an asset. If you look at a lot of the competing large layer ones, like Ethereum, for instance, they get to a point where they're going to grow where it is going to be prohibitive for most people to run nodes as the chain gets larger and larger unless they start to prune data. Whereas with our chain, again, that becomes an asset. So with the vast amount of storage that is available, in addition to the fact that we have the compute layer, it becomes a place where developers can launch a project. They can take advantage of the decentralized compute and also be able to store the data without having to worry about data availability and trying to store data in other places and just logging proofs for reference. We're able to store the data natively on the chain, and we feel that this is going to be particularly useful in the AI space moving forward as the agent market begins to proliferate and people begin deploying actual agents beyond just things on social media like we're seeing today. That there is absolutely going to be a need to take all these communications and log them permanently so that there is a record of exactly what's happened. And we feel that we are definitely positioned very well to be the layer 1 that provides this infrastructure for the next generation of AI agents.
Great. Obviously, Web3 is about community. Maybe share a little bit in terms of your ecosystem development and where they are when you launch your mainnet.
Yeah, so we're very proud of our ecosystem. Our ecosystem is comprised largely of farmers, people that want to contribute disk space to the network and participate in consensus. For our incentivized testnets that we had finished running, we had over 100,000 rewards addresses. We had over 30,000 active users in the ecosystem, mostly contributing to what we consider to be the supply side of the equation. So the data marketplace is really a two-sided problem. You have the supply side, which for us is contributing the storage and the compute, which we've already done, and we've now bootstrapped the network. Then there's the demand side to get the ecosystem and the builders to start deploying apps on chain, to start deploying native agents and things of that nature. And right now, we're largely focused on building the ecosystem, having adequately bootstrapped the supply side, which again is mostly organic farmers who are very good at what they do and could put on a master class in how to contribute terabytes and terabytes of storage to a network.
Now let's dive into one of the buzziest terms in the cryptocurrency world, crypto farming, or as it's also called, yield farming. At its core, crypto farming is about putting your digital assets to work. You lend or stake your cryptocurrency in decentralized finance platforms, and in return, you earn rewards. Kind of like earning interest at a bank, but with a DeFi twist. Here's how it works. Imagine locking your tokens into a liquidity pool on a decentralized exchange. This pool helps facilitate trades, and for providing liquidity, you earn rewards, often in the form of additional crypto tokens. You can also lend your assets to other users or use them as collateral to borrow other coins. The potential returns? Sometimes sky high, but with equally high risks, like market volatility or smart contract vulnerabilities. So why does crypto farming matter? It's reshaping how we think about earning and managing assets in the digital age. But as with any high reward strategy, it requires caution, knowledge, and the ability to manage high risk effectively. We'll be right back with more Tech Optimist right after this.
Hey everyone, just taking a quick break so I can tell you about the AI Fund from Alumni Ventures. Alumni Ventures is one of the only VC firms focused on making venture capital accessible to individual investors like you. In fact, Alumni Ventures is one of the most active and highly rated VC in the US, and we co-invest alongside renowned lead investors. With our AI fund, you'll have the opportunity to invest in a portfolio built entirely around advancements in AI. This fund consists of 15 to 20 investments in multiple fields where AI is making a huge impact, including areas such as machine learning, healthcare, education, transportation, and more. To get started, visit us at av.vc/funds/AI fund. Now, back to the show.
Funding is the lifeblood of any startup, and Todd shares how Autonomys Labs has strategically raised $35 million from top-tier investors like Pantera, Coinbase, and AV. But it's not just about the money, it's about partnering with VCs who align with the company's long-term vision.
We have done a few funding rounds in the past. In 2021, we did 2. Those were our most recent rounds where we raised a total of about $35 million in 2021. And we're proud to have AVG, of course, as one of our investors on our cap table, who've participated in several rounds with us at this point. We also are proud to have Pantera, who helped to lead the last round, in addition to Hypersphere and Stratos. Coinbase has been a participant, and we feel that we've been very discerning on our cap table and making sure that we limited only taking investments from partners that we really felt would work well with us and that had very good credentials and that we could represent them just as well as they could help to represent us. So, we feel that integrity is very important, and we've been very selective with our partners and our funding.
Great. So it's fun to be part of the project. Alumni Venture has more than 750,000 community members. Do you have any requests for our Alumni Venture community? How can we help you?
Sure. So we are now, as I had mentioned before, looking to fulfill the demand side of the equation. We are looking for integration partners, specifically for our on-chain agent narrative, where we are not just providing an infrastructure to deploy agents and a framework you can use to deploy an agent on Autonomous, but also a framework for working with other frameworks. So if there's an agent deployed on another framework, perhaps even on another chain, where you want to be able to store the data permanently. It can store the data of the communications of the agent, the reasoning, and so forth. So if someone is looking to deploy an agent and they're using another framework and their own LLM, that's fine. We would love to partner with them. Of course, as a new ecosystem coming out with the compute layer now, we're going to be able to open ourselves up to more projects in Solidity when we stand up the EVM. So we'd be looking for partners that are excited to build and take advantage of the vast amount of resources that we've had contributed by our Farmer network and soon to be by the compute network as well.
Oh, great to hear. Anything else we should cover in our interview? I'd love to. What's the best way for them, our community, to stay in touch? Beyond just hearing your stories, do you have a Twitter? Do you have a blog? Do you have anything that they should continue staying in contact with you?
Yeah, we do. So the Autonomous Network, of course, we're on Twitter. It's Network Autonomous. I am Todd on Twitter. And yes, that's a play on words because we were initially looking to get into the Polkadot ecosystem. So I am at Todd. Of course, we have a Discord server. Our website is autonomous.xyz. We also have the subspace.foundation website, who are the ones that are actually going to be launching the token at TGE, which again is going to happen at the end of Q1. So yeah, it's Autonomous with a Y, as I know you love. And yeah, so we would love to hear from anyone who wants to join our community. We're in Telegram and again on all the major socials.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for being part of the Alumni Networks ecosystem. So definitely wish you the best of luck, and let's stay in touch.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks again for tuning into the Tech Optimist. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd really appreciate it if you'd give us a rating on whichever podcast app you're using, and remember to subscribe to keep up with each episode. The Tech Optimist welcomes any questions, comments, or segment suggestions, so please email us at info@techoptimist.vc with any of those, and be sure to visit our website at av.vc. As always, keep building.